Hello kids, I am Priyanka. I'm back again with my new chapter Ghost on Veranda by Ruskin Bond. Annie's mother memory was stored in an incredible amount of folklore, and she would sometimes astonish us with her stories of spirit and mischievous ghosts. One evening, when Anil's father was out of town and Kamal and I had been invited to stay the night at Anil upper story flat in the bazaar, her mother began to tell us about the various types of ghosts she had known. Mulai, Mulia, the maid servant, having just taken a bath, came out to the on the veranda with her hair loose. My girl, you ought not to leave your hair loose like that, said Anil's mother. It's better to tie a knot in it. But I have not oiled it yet, said Mulai. Never mind, you should not leave your hair loose towards sunset because there are spirits called jinns who are attracted by long hairs and pretty black eyes with yours, like yours. They may be tempted to carry you away. How dreadful! Examined Mulia hurriedly tying a knot in her hair and going indoors to be on the safe side. Kamal, Anil, and I sat on the string coat facing Anil's mother, who sat on another cot. She was not too much older than 32 and had often been mistaken for Annie's elder sisters. Can you see Jin, auntie? I asked. Sometimes she said there was mathematics teacher in our locality whose pupils were about the same age as you. One of the boys were very good at his lesson. One day while he sat on the desk in the corner of the classroom, the teacher asked him to fetch a book from the cupboard which stood in the far end of the room. The boy would felt lazy that morning, didn't move from his seat. He merely stretched out his hand, took the book from the cupboard and handed it to the teacher. Everyone was astonished because the boy's arm was stretched about 4 yards before touching the book. They realized that he was a jinn, and that was the reason for his being so good at games exercise, which required great agility. Well, I wish I was a jinn, said Anil, especially for volleyball matches. Anil's mother then told us about Munjia, a mischievous ghost who lives in lonely people tree. When a Munjia is annoyed, he rushes out from his tree and upsets tongas, bullock carts, and cycles. Even a bus is known as to be given upset a Munjia. If you are passing beneath a people tree at night, warn Anil mother, be careful not to yawn without covering your mouth or snapping your finger in front of it. If you don't remember to do that, Manjia will jump down your throat and completely ruin your digestion. Unit 2. In the attempt to change the subject, Kamal mentioned that a friend of his he had found a snake in his bed one morning. Did he kill it? Asked Anil's mother, and actually, no, it slipped away, said Kamal. Good, she said. It is lucky if you see snake early in the morning. If you won't bite, if it won't bite you if you will let it alone, she said. By 11 o'clock, after we had finished our dinner, and heard a few more ghost stories, including one about Anil's grandmother, whose spirit paid the family a visit. Kamal and I were most reluctant to leave the company of veranda and retire to the room which had been set apart from us. It did not make us feel any better to be told by Anil's mother that we should recite magical verses to keep away the more mischievous spirits. We tried one which went Bhoot Pret Pichas Tana Chu Mantar Sab Nikal Jana, which roughly translated means ghost spirits, gobbling spirits, go away from fly, don't come tonight. But the more we repeated the words, the more uneasy we became. And when I got into bed, I couldn't lie still, but keep twisting and turning and looking at the walls for moving shadows. Kamal attempted to raise out spirits by singing softly, but this only made the atmosphere more airy. After a while, we heard someone knocking at the door, and the voice of and the voice on Anil and the maid servant the getting up and opening the door. I found them looking pale and anxious. They too had succeeded in frightening themselves as a result of Anil mother's stories. Are you all right? Asked Anil. Wouldn't you like to sleep in our part of house? It might be safer. Mulia will help us to carry the beds across, where we are quite all right, protest Kamal and I, refusing to admit that we are nervous, but we were hustled along to the other side of the flat, as though a band of ghosts was conspiring against us. Anil's mother had been absent during this activity, but suddenly we heard her screaming from the direction of the room we had just left. Rusty and Kamal had just appeared, she cried. The beds are gone too. And then she came out to veranda and saw her dashing about in our pajamas. She gave another scream and collapsed on the cot. After that, we did not allow Anil mother to tell up ghost stories at night. Thank you.